Good evening and welcome back to the Shadow Nook. This evening we are travelling to a place called Tamworth in Staffordshire, which is in the Midlands in the UK. The place we are visiting is called Tamworth Castle, which sits high on a man-made mound overlooking the River Tame. The castle has dominated the skyline of the town for over 1,000 years. Today it's a museum and historic attraction, but behind its stone walls lies a long history of warfare, powerful noble families, and chilling ghost stories. Visitors and staff have reported strange noises, ghostly figures, unexplained mists, and apparitions wandering the rooms late at night. Among the most famous spirits said to haunt the castle are the mysterious Black Lady, the tragic White Lady, a ghostly armoured guard, and strange paranormal encounters experienced by staff members. To understand why this castle is said to be so haunted, we first need to go back more than 1,000 years to the very beginning of Tamworth itself. So the site of Tamworth Castle has been important since the Anglo-Saxon times. In 913 AD, a defensive fortress was built here by Ethelflaed, daughter of Alfred the Great. At the time, England was under constant threat from Viking raids. Ethelflaed constructed a burh, a fortified settlement to protect the region from Danish invaders. Tamworth quickly became a key defensive stronghold in Mercia. The fortress built here helped push Viking forces out of the area and secure the surrounding lands. The mound the castle stands on today is believed to originate from these early defensive earthworks. After the Norman conquest of 1066, the land was granted by William the Conqueror to a loyal supporter, Robert de Marmion. Now Marmion replaced the earlier wooden defences with a stone castle. He constructed the Norman keep and the curtain walls that form the core of the building today. Over time, the castle evolved from a military fortress to a noble residence. The castle remained in the hands of the Marmion family for centuries. Many powerful families later owned the castle as well. In total, around 11 different families lived here over the centuries before the building was eventually sold to the town council in 1879. With hundreds of years of conflict, political intrigue, and dramatic events unfolding inside its walls, it's perhaps no surprise that Tamworth Castle has become associated with restless spirits. One of the most famous hauntings at Tamworth Castle is the mysterious Black Lady. According to legend, the Black Lady was a nun named Editha. She had once been connected to the nearby religious community at Polesworth Abbey. The story claims that Robert de Marmion expelled the nuns when he took control of the land. In the year 1139, the spirit of Editha is said to have appeared to one of the Marmion lords after a feast in the castle. She warned that unless the nuns were allowed to return to their abbey, he would suffer a terrible death. Before disappearing, the apparition reportedly struck him with the tip of her staff. The blow caused him agonizing pain that echoed throughout the castle. Only when he agreed to restore the nuns to their convent did the suffering stop. The Black Lady is still said to haunt the castle today. She is most often associated with the Lady's Chamber, sometimes called the castle's most haunted room. Witnesses describe a hooded figure, a presence moving down the wooden staircase, sudden cold spots and an overwhelming feeling of unease, and some reports even claim that her shadow was photographed on the castle staircase in the 20th century. Another well-known spirit said to haunt Tamworth Castle is the tragic White Lady. The story tells of a beautiful woman imprisoned inside the castle by a cruel lord known as Tarquin. According to the legend, she eventually fell in love with him. The knight Sir Lancelot later killed Tarquin during a rescue attempt. Overcome with grief, she discovered Tarquin had died, and the woman threw herself from the castle battlements. Her ghost is said to wander the castle walls, searching endlessly for her lost love. Witnesses claim to see a pale woman in a flowing white dress, a figure gliding silently through corridors, apparitions appearing on the battlements at night. And some visitors have also reported hearing faint crying or wailing coming from the upper parts of the castle. Another ghost sometimes reported at Tamworth Castle is a mysterious figure dressed in armour. The apparition is believed by some to be the spirit of a medieval guard still protecting the castle centuries after his passing. Sightings often occur near the battlements or defensive walls, and witnesses describe the sound of metal clanking, footsteps echoing along stone walkways, and a shadowy armoured figure briefly appearing before disappearing again. These sightings reinforce the idea that some spirits remain tied to places they once protected or served. The castle isn't only associated with old legends. Modern staff members have also reported some disturbing experiences. One museum worker reported hearing loud scraping noises from an upstairs room. It sounded like heavy tables and chairs being dragged across the floor. When she finally investigated, nothing had moved at all in the room. Another staff member opening the castle in the morning described suddenly being struck in the face by something that felt like sand. When she cleared her eyes, she reportedly saw a tall blue mist swirling through the room before disappearing out of the window. Other witnesses have reported figures appearing in windows, doors opening and closing on their own, and lights switching on and off. These experiences are some of the reasons Tamworth Castle has gained a reputation as one of Staffordshire's most haunted historic sites. The castle has attracted paranormal investigators for years. Ghost hunting groups regularly conduct overnight investigations there. In 2025, a live-streamed ghost hunt drew more than 120,000 viewers online as investigators explored the castle after dark. During the investigation, investigators heard footsteps running towards them. A ball rolled down the corridor was reportedly pushed back by an unseen force, and strange whispers and shadowy shapes were reported in several rooms. So why are there so many ghost stories associated with Tamworth Castle? Well, castles like Tamworth have experienced centuries of battles, political power struggles, death, imprisonment, and betrayal. Paranormal believers argue that intense emotional events can leave an imprint on a location. Whether these hauntings are genuine paranormal phenomena, local folklore, or simply the product of imagination, Tamworth Castle has certainly earned its reputation as one of Staffordshire's most haunted landmarks. With over 1,000 years of history, Tamworth Castle has seen Saxon warriors, Norman lords, medieval knights, and Victorian residents pass through its doors. Some believe not all of them have truly left. From the terrifying warning of the Black Lady to the tragic figure of the White Lady wandering the battlements, and strange experiences still reported by staff today. Tamworth Castle remains a place where history and legend blur together. So if you ever visit Tamworth Castle, keep your eyes on the shadows, because you never know who or what might still be walking its halls. Thank you for listening to today's story. And before you go, we shall do your oracle card reading. As usual, I will draw one card and you can interpret it however you like. We have always prepared, which is the squirrel. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you all you need. Let me know down below what this could possibly mean to you. Thank you once again for joining me this evening in the Shadow Nook. Don't forget to collect your subscription on your way out, and sleep well.